Welcome to Channel Trading. Today I want to go over the indicators that I have on the chart and also briefly go over how I draw the channels and what am I looking for the trading. This might be a fairly lengthy video, so I just hope you hang till the end to truly understand the strategy. The black dotted line is the yesterday's close. This is the ES chart, 2-minute ES chart. And this black dotted line is yesterday's close, which is at about 5 o'clock Eastern time. 4:58 to 5, the close of that is what I'm plotting. So you'll be surprised how often price reacts around the close, yesterday's close. So you should definitely have that on your chart, whether you're trading this strategy or any other strategy. The pink line that you see here is VWAP, volume weighted average price, as most of you know. It is the average price and then multiplied by the volume, and then the average is taken off that. So it's truly, it kind of tells you the value. If you're under that, you're kind of getting a better deal than when you're over it, you slightly overpaid it. But I'm not using it in that sense. I'm using it from the point of view of if I'm close to this in some way, there is reaction on the price action. That's what I'm looking for. That's all I'm using it for. I'm not making any decisions based on where the price is, trading in relation to the VWAP. But that's what that is. And then these pink lines and all these other lines are the pivots. There are two kinds of pivots I use: daily pivots and weekly pivots. You can have them, and definitely, again, price action reacts around that. So you definitely need to have that on your charts. And this dark pink line is the GANN line. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. GANN line, GANN. A lot of packages, trading packages offer that. You don't need to have it. I just had it. I use it in some of my other charts, and just want to address what that is. So that's all. Okay. And my main strategy is to put channels around the first 2-minute open, after the 3 o'clock, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 1 o'clock, and sometimes 3 o'clock. Okay. So what do I do? The first thing I do is I put channel around the first 2-minute open. 2-minute candle. So I just do this, and then I see what kind of reaction am I getting. Having this pivot underneath is really advantageous in the sense I would know if anything, I'm having some kind of a confluence here. If it reacts here and it reacts off of my base, then I know I have a really good chance of a stop that I can put it underneath that and really have a good risk to reward ratio. So I would love that anytime. I'm not purely going off of this or any one thing, but I'm basically saying if two or more things confluence with what I'm looking at, that kind of gives me that much more confidence to do it, to go and enter the trade. Okay. So that's what I do around that. And then I'll first draw all the channels, and then we can come back and talk individually about it. This is at 8:30. The first candle, 2-minute candle after that is what I put in. This is 9:30 to 9:32. It kind of overlaps what I have at 8:30. So instead of just causing a lot of confusion, I just delete the prior one. So I just keep that one. And this is the 10:31. Typically, it's not of much use. Other, if you are trading stocks, it's a lot more significant. But let's put it there. And then this is the 1 to 102. Okay. So this is all I have right now. As soon as I do, typically I'm up around, or I'm on the charts at about this time frame between 8:30 to 8:45 or so, and I start to look at that. I draw the channel, and if it is fairly significant, I go with it. Otherwise, I'm just waiting. Right? Say I haven't done any of that. The first channel I drew is at 9:30. Now I'm looking at it. It came down, bounced off of the VWAP, and it closed at the top end of the channel. Right? That kind of tells me that this whole thing was a positive candle, right? It kind of closed at the top 1/3 of this candle. So considering that, I'm thinking this is positive, and I'm above 21 EMA. So I go 2 ticks above that. I put for long, and I wait there. The next thing that opens and does a trading, again, this goes down all the way and comes back up, and it does not break for me to enter the trade. With that, I'm kind of thinking, okay, this is, as I said in one of my other videos, if I don't get right next one, if I don't get into the trade, I just wait. I don't do anything. I just wait. So then this breaks, all kinds of things are happening here, right? Um, I'm not entering until this point because I see a lot of reaction going on as soon as it touches the bottom of this channel. You have this VWAP, and everything is reacting that it wants to go up. So I'm not really thinking this as negative or positive. I don't want to do anything there. I'm just waiting. There is no clear indication. When this happens, I'm kind of thinking, okay, this looks negative to me because it closed at the very bottom of this channel, and then it closed underneath the VWAP. But then I see this small wick, and I'm kind of not too sure. But overall, when a candle wipes out 90% of the channel, all that has happened until this time has been wiped out by this one candle. Effectively, if you look at it, if you consider these two candles, it opened here and closed there. So if you see all that has happened here, or even up till here or here, everything has been wiped out by this candle. So that shows me it's negative, right? Typically, I would go 2 ticks underneath this to enter, but I'm not too far from this one. So if I'm entering here, I'm entering for a scalp. For maybe 3 or 4 points, this would be a good scalp for you to enter, right? Because I have this another channel that's getting the channel from 3 o'clock. Okay, so this is the channel from 3 o'clock, is where it comes down and shows the reaction. It bounces off of that, and the next step is again. These 2 candles tell me that this is very positive, that I have good support here, and then this whole thing pretty much wiped out this negative thing that has happened. With that, I go positive somewhere here, and I just write till here. This is my first profit taking, and then I just keep um, uh, following the pivots. Where it is changing the direction. I go underneath that, and I keep following up till it takes me out of the trade. Okay, so that's bottom line is what I'm doing. And if you see, whenever you see any channel, the reaction is happening underneath that, inside that, around it. All the reactivity that's happening for price, it's happening around these channels. So I'm closely looking at it, what's happening around it, to really get into the trades. Okay, so that's what it is. That's at a very high level, in somewhat of a detail. That's my trading strategy. Hopefully you get something positive out of that, and keep trading, keep back testing, and put these channels and see how things happen. Okay.